Yo, what is up, Crockxen clan members, Legend of Korra fans, and other folks on upon this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen. Today we're going to be doing another Book 4 review, and it's going to be on episode 7. This review is a little later than before, than past episodes, because, I don't know if the episode just came out later or what, but the point is, I was able to watch it just recently. The point is, this was actually a pretty good episode. I like it. Okay. You guys know how I felt about the first two episodes. This is okay. I like the direction. I like the way they're going with this. Okay, this is good. This is really good. Essentially, the whole purpose of the episode was reintegrating Korra into Republic City, and the main storyline, bringing in Mako, Asami, and possibly Bolin. Bolin is still like technically in the background. Well, not the back. He's on the other side of the spectrum right now. So technically speaking, he's not part of the main story. Like, he hasn't really been infused into the main story yet. But eventually, like, he's still on his journey to the main story, which is perfectly fine. I like the. I've always said this. I've always liked the chemistry between Bolin and Varrick. I always have. I've said this since the first book. Bolin and Varrick have the best chemistry out of all the characters. You can't put Varrick with anybody but Bolin. So I like this whole side story that we're getting with them on their journey to Republic City so that they can meet with the main cast. So Korra, Asami, and Mako meet up again, which is fantastic. I also like the fact that even though they're still friends, there was this tension around, especially since Prince Wu was there. No, you don't, Mako, you don't do that. Well, okay, so here's how it worked. Mako invited. Okay, so Asami and Korra like scheduled to meet up in a restaurant, which Mako made a reservation for. The problem is, Prince Wu didn't want to be left alone, so he kind of like, followed Mako to the point where, it's actually Mako's fault. He's in danger right now. He shouldn't be left alone anyways. So that was not a good idea. I mean, it was actually pretty good that Wu actually kept close to Mako, because he ended up getting kidnapped anyways. So, it's kind of like that idea. Wu can't be alone. He needs to be surrounded right now because he's in danger. So they all like sit down, they're all talking, but because Korra never talked to Mako or Bolin, Asami knows things that they don't. For example, when they're sitting down talking, Asami asks if she can go into the Avatar state, if she can finally go to the Avatar state, because she told him that she couldn't. And Mako's like, wait a minute, since when can you not go to the Avatar state? And then, and then he like questions, how the heck does Asami know? And as we know from the, I still hate that episode, the second episode, where we get that whole backstory thing nonsense, that the whole journey for Korra, and we know that she only answered Asami's letter, but she never answered Mako or Bolin. So then Mako gets upset because Korra didn't answer him, but answered Asami. So he's like, wait, so is there a thing between you two now where we're not talking to... Wait, what is this secrety stuff that you guys are doing? We're supposed to be all four. What is this? And then Prince Wu tries to consolidate him by saying that, he didn't get a letter too. And Mako's like, why would you get a letter? It's not like Korra knows you, right? So it was like this weird tense. I like that though. I like that, that's how it happens. You're supposed, like, when you're away from somebody for so long and you meet up again, it's not gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is like the most. No, there's still gonna be some tense because you haven't seen each other for freaking years. So I like the fact that they did this. They kind of like tried to throw some conflict in there, and because of that conflict, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about that. because of the conflict, Wu always takes Mako to the bathroom, right? Because he's a bodyguard and all this other stuff. Wu needs to go to the bathroom, and Mako's like, you know what? Go by yourself. And then Korra's like, wait, do you always go to the bathroom with him? He's like, no, I technically just stand around the vicinity of the restroom so that I can be like around. It's you know what? It's complicated. And then Wu gets kidnapped when he's in the bathroom, and I'm like, wow, the one time Mako doesn't go with him to the bathroom, he gets kidnapped. Which I kind of saw that coming, but I didn't see like it's it wasn't typical where they jump behind you and grab you. Like it was the bathroom attendant who basically, I think it was like sleeping gas, like knocked him out. Because I don't know exactly how bath attendants work, so I assume because the way I think of a bath attendant is that you go to the bathroom, you wash your hands, and they're there to dry you off. But apparently this guy, because it's such a fancy restaurant, they actually spray you with cologne or something, and then the cologne just happened to be sleeping gas. And so Wu gets kidnapped, and Mako's like, because the food arrived, like the appetizer arrived, and Mako's like, wait a minute, where's Wu? And they all go out because Korra sees a suspicious bathroom attendant with a cart, and he's like, hey, yo, have you seen the prince? And he's like, no. And then because I don't remember what those bags are. The point is like one of those trucks, and then Wu like slips out of like a big pile. He's like, hey, and then everybody comes out, and they all start chasing after it. And I gotta admit, Asami's car looks legit. And she freaking drives. I gotta say this. I would not ride in her car unless we were going on a peaceful, viewing like a sightseeing stroll, because damn, she drives crazy. Like she was like curving all over cars. It was ridiculous. I'm surprised they didn't get into a car accident. But then again, it's an animated cartoon. They don't really do that too often. Unless it's the bad guy. But anyways, oh my gosh, I need to snap out of it. But anyways, so they chase after the truck, but the thing is, Wu's not in there anymore. And so they arrest the guy who's in there, and then Korra touches the spirit vine to sense where Wu is. And then she finds out like where he's headed, and so they go over there in the car again, and then they go try to save him in the train. They're going to take him to the train station. They save him in the train, out of the train, and then they put him like it wasn't a fight, so I'm not gonna consider it a fight. But the whole escaping the train while it was moving, that part was kind of cool. The way that they jumped down was, I mean, it's risky for Korra because she can't really control us. I actually think it's only in her avatar state that she can't control herself. But the point is, like, she airbended everybody off the top of the train to save everybody. And they dropped them off at one of Asami's estates where Mako and Bolin's family lives. You know, the people who left Ba Sing Se, they're like in this, it's like a mansion estate. It's really big. I personally wouldn't mind living there, or just hanging out. It's a really big place, and I really liked it. So they go in, like they basically take him there because that's where he's gonna be staying. Because nobody knows where it's at. Well, I mean, people know where it's at, but it's a very secluded place. So it's not like people from Kuvira's army would know where it's at. So they wouldn't, actually be able to go there and take him. So he's basically safe there, at least for now. Now the Bolin Barrack storyline was legit as heck. Essentially, they were in a forest trying to get away because, like I said, they're fugitives right now. At least from Kuvira's standpoint, they're fugitives. Granted, they're not part of the Earth Kingdom or the Earth Empire, so technically you can't consider them traitors because Bolin's from Republic City, so yeah, and Varric is from Republic City too. So it doesn't make sense to consider them traitors when they're not technically part of the. I mean, yes, they're part of the army before, but they weren't technically. They're not from there. So, anyways, the point is, they're trying to escape, and Barrick obviously upset with the fact that Zuyi, not Zuyi, uh, dang it, I just forgot. Julie basically betrayed them. He's kind of like in this depression mode. Well, it's not really a depression mode, but it's more like he's trying to. Mo Bolin has to do basically what she used to do, which Bolin can't do because Bolin is not Julie. He's Bolin, so he does his Bolin thing. So he's like, because he's like carrying Barrick, and he's like tired, and he's like, why don't you move? He's like, just let me die because Julie did this and this, and like Bolin basically snaps him out of it, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna carry you, but since Barrick never does any hard lifting, he can't actually carry Bolin, and actually get caught by like fugitives from like one of the camps that Kavira has. It's like a group of like a mix between firebenders and waterbenders. Not, I mean, you would never think that would work, but the way it works is that they're all fugitives from a certain camp. I don't know what the heck camp it is, and so they're kind of like trying to get people from Kavira's army to help them through the checkpoint so that they can escape. Because there's basically like a wall that's blocking. It's basically blocking going from one side of the Earth Empire to the other. They're basically all separated states. So when Bolin and Barry try to say, "Hey, we're not going to be able to help you because we're wanted people," they're basically trying to convince them that they can't really do too much. And Bolin actually, like, cause they're basically tied up. And so what happens is that they come up with a plan, and Bolin actually defends himself and Barry with lava bending to basically freak them out. And then they they come up with a plan to try to get everybody out of there. The problem was that, well, they're traitors, so their posters are in the security room. So when they try to, they were very, especially Barry. Barry was very convincing to the guard outside so that they would let them through. But then the guard that was inside, because it was like, it's one of those gates where it's like you have the guards in the front, and then you have like this intersection, right, which is lifted or like put down, and then in the middle there's a guard station, like there's a I guess like the energy room. And it's where the main guard is that's supposed to like see them through, and then you have the other side. He has posters of Varric and Bolin, so he knows that, whoa, these are fugitives, they're traitors, they're bad. So he says like, stop them, and then the fight ensues. It's an actual fight. They fought the mech suits and a bunch of crazy shenanigans, and Varric is the one that saves everybody, which was surprising as heck. Like, because see, Varric doesn't seem like that useful character, but he essentially like came up with a makeshift lightning rod that ended up sending signal waves that shut down the mech bots, and then Bolin saved everybody after that so that they could all escape. And then they're going on a boat right now to Public City. So legit, I like this side story. I like the way they're doing with this. Also, in the very end of the episode, we see Kavira and her army at the spirit tree, and I'm like, Toph is gonna get some action next episode, and I was like, yeah. But you know what? It's a great show. I'm really liking the book 4. I really am. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this review. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm SoresanCrockxen, and I'll see you guys in future videos. Also, I'm running a straw poll, so I'll leave a link to the video that talks about the straw poll in the description, so I would really appreciate it if you guys check that out. But anyways, I'll see you guys in future videos.